Hello, everybody. Um, this is Trent Moley, and uh, right now I'm just going to talk about two dreams that I've received from the Lord. One of them was about 10 years ago, and I know some of you are probably thinking like, well, why are you saying it 10 years later? But just continue to listen. The other dream that I received was just a couple of days ago, and lately I just been really having the urge to just really get this out. I tried getting the first dream out a while ago, but it just wouldn't go on YouTube. I just gave in to the devil's work and just gave up and thought it was no deal. But I really think it's important now, and I really think it's time to just really get this dream out there, both of these dreams, and for you to really just take this to the heart. I know that everything I'm going to say isn't going to touch you maybe how it touched me. Maybe you're not going to visualize it how I visualized it. But try when you listen to just really, even if it's not really details. I'm not good at giving details, I'm not good at all this. I'm just saying everything to my best ability, but everything that I say, I just ask for you to really just visualize like you're in my dream. The first dream I had, like I said, it's not going to be really much details because the first dream wasn't details at all. It was about 10 years ago, 11 years ago when I was really on fire for God. Not that I'm not on fire for God now, I'm just getting back into the faith. There's a point in my life where I was on fire for God, and as I grow up and certain life events happen, I drift away from the faith and, really go on the dark path. I think we all go on our own dark paths, and I was on mine for like a good 4 to 6 years, and just the past 2 weeks, like it's only been 2 weeks since I've taken a walk with the Lord, but it's not a long time, but in Jesus' eyes and God's eyes, that's enough time needed. He just wants He wants us all to call for Him right now. And that's why I'm making this video, because I feel it's important for people to know what these dreams are and for them to take it seriously. You have people all over the internet, listen to their stories too. God gives visions. He'll pour His Spirit out on the flesh. He'll pour His Spirit on us people and give us dreams and visions. It says that in the Bible. I don't recall what Bible verse it is, but it does say that. But enough with babbling. My first dream was basically I was just in my grandpa's house. In my grandpa's house, in his room to be exact, it's a really master bedroom. It's like 2 rooms put together, and when you look straight, you have all these windows, window after window after window, and then this big room. And in my dream, it was just a really sunny day, and I was just looking at these windows, and it felt so real. And all of a sudden, the windows just flew open. They just magically just flew open. And from a far distance, because my grandpa, mind you, he lives in the mountains. He lives California, Pear Blossom. Anyone who knows who Pear Blossom, if there's any Californians, Palmdale to be exact, the Antelope Valley to be exact. You really see the whole valley from the mountains. You really see the whole city. And when I'm staring through the windows and then the windows fly open, I see a white horse come flying through the window and just staring at me. No one was on the horse, but the horse was just looking at me. And I had this voice talking to me. And like I said, I'm not too good at details, but this voice, I know that in my mind. I don't know if it was God or Jesus. I don't know which one it was, honestly. If I had to guess, I'd say it was Jesus. And I'll tell you why. Make a long story short, when I'm just staring at this white horse, and it was just the most beautiful white horse. It wasn't just a regular white horse. That's all I can explain it. Like I said, I'm not good at details, but it was just a white horse. You knew that it was something special. And this voice was talking to me for 30 minutes, like just talking and talking to me. And honestly, it was 10 years ago, and even at the time, when I woke up from the dream at the time, I don't remember what they said. But what I do remember, and this is the point, the last words that I said, and it always stuck to me to this day, the word said, tell everyone about this dream. Behold, I'm coming soon. So that's why I take it that I was Jesus. And mind you, this was like 10 years ago, maybe a little more. This was when I was a little kid. You know, I'm 18 years old now, so this was probably when I was about 8, maybe 7. This is before I knew the book of Revelations. This is before I knew that he's going to come back and take his people and rapture his people. This is before I knew that he's going to come back on the white horse. You know what I'm saying? So for a white horse to come to me, and for a voice to come to me and say, behold, I'm coming soon, you know, and for me to find out later that this is stuff that's happening, that's no doubt in my mind that he's telling me he's coming soon. And he really wanted me to tell the world about this dream, that, you know, he's coming soon. Whether, obviously it was 10 years ago, so soon is probably 10 years later, 11 years later, 20 years later, it don't matter. But the point is, he wanted me to tell you that's watching that he's coming soon. He's coming to take his people. He's coming. He's coming. Now, like I said, I drifted away from the faith. I drifted away doing my own life, living my own will, living my life not in God's will. But like I said before, you know, I've been back in the faith. I repented. I asked God, I don't want to live this way no more. I know your will. I know you have good things for me. And like I said, for these past 2 weeks, he's changed my life again. He's changed my eyes. I'm back on the right path. So amen to that. I thank Jesus for that. He does miracles, you know. Anybody out there watching off subject that's really lost, that's really going through a tough time, you know, you really got to pray to Jesus. You really got to call out for him, and he'll be there. But the key is you have to mean it with your heart, you know. Jesus he reads right through you. He reads you like a book. He knows you like the back of his hand, each and every one of us, you know. He's not going to judge you by your words, but your heart. And there's so many times, like for me, like I'd pray, you know, I used to smoke a lot. I used to drink a lot. I used to do all these things, you know, like just things that are sins of sin, you know. I used to do all of the above, you know, and I pray to Jesus, you know, help me do this and that, you know. I don't want to do this no more, but my mindset and my heart was already thinking about, you know, this party on Friday. Who am I going to hook up with, or you know, the weed I'm going to smoke, or the beers I'm going to smoke, you know. So even though it's off subject, you know, it's really, if you're going through a tough time, if you're really lost, you know, and you really want to change, then call out to Jesus. You got to mean it with your heart. And when you mean it with your heart, Jesus is never going to let you down. Don't just take it from me, take it everybody else. Take it from the Word of God. Take it from everybody else on YouTube, you know what I mean? We're not here to make up stories. We're not here to have an imagination, make believe. We're here because we're spreading the Word. It's something that you guys need to know. It's the truth. I'm not here wasting my time 8 minutes in. I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to tell you my dreams. And even though, again, I'm off subject, I'm just here to say it because I feel like it's something I have to say. You know, it's really important, you know. But back to the subject, you know, with that dream, you know, 10 years later, 11 years later, I pray to God, you know, because I see all these wonderful YouTubes of the rapture dreams or testimony dreams, and I just think it's really amazing because I've had one myself a long time ago, and I know it was real. I know Jesus works in mysterious ways. So I asked Jesus with my heart. I said, you know, I think it's amazing what you're doing to everybody else. Can I get another dream? Can I get another sign? Whatever it is, can I get something that I can show the world and test the world and warn the world of whatever you want me to tell the world. And you know, not that night I got the dream. I woke up in the morning the next day and went back to sleep, and then that's when I got the dream or the vision. Honestly, I don't know if this was a dream or a vision, because like I said, I woke up when I had this dream, and all of a sudden I was just in this dream. So I don't know if it's a vision or a dream. I don't know, but it was one of them. But I know it's from God for sure. This one was just about a couple days ago. And this one, I was in this house, as I am right now, in the garage where I am right now. But the only difference is I was on a beach. Same house, but a beach. And, you know, obviously beach, you have water, you have a sea, you have waves coming, you have water, you know what I mean? And I remember, you know, it felt like morning time, you know. It was a real dream, you know. You go to a beach, you feel that cold air, you hear the waves, you know, the sound of the birds, you feel the atmosphere, you know. It's like beach weather, you know. And I remember I started seeing like these little waves, you know, little tides, little waves, nothing big, you know, just normal. But I remember these waves, they started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They started I don't know, I can't explain it. They just started increasing, but still, it's no big deal. I was like, whatever, I'm just in a dream. You know, so I'm in the garage doing my own thing, whatever I was doing. You know, I think I was just walking around, you know, just doing my thing, and I look back, and all of a sudden, this wave is huge. Like, this wave was, I don't know how high. Like, I just looked in the waves, and you know how you could talk to yourself in dreams? Like, you could say, wake up, or you could say, like, oh, like, you could just talk to yourself. Well, I was telling myself in the dream, like, oh, dang, like, this is not good. Like you just got that instant, like, whoa, like, that's coming towards me, like, oh no, like, you know what I'm saying? You could just look in the waves and you could tell that they're coming, and they're coming to destroy. That's all that I could explain it. Like, you just got that instinct, like, okay, I gotta bounce, like, you know what I mean? I gotta go. This is not good, you know? So basically there were high waves coming. They went from little waves to, like, destruction waves, like tsunami waves, like, you know what I mean? Like, bad. So I remember I went to go to this door here, even though you can't see it. That was my first instinct, was to go inside the house. I don't know why, but that's what I went to do. But the door was locked for some reason. So I go to this door over here, even though you can't see it. There's a back door that goes in my backyard. And I remember I do that, and I remember I start running. I start running, and I look back, and I see the water coming to get me. And all of a sudden, in my mind, I'm like, wake up. Like, this has to be a dream. Just wake up. It seemed, at that point, I knew that I was in a dream. For some reason, I just knew that this couldn't be real. This has to be fake. This has to be a dream. So I was looking back, and I see the water, the waves, and the streams just coming at me. And all of a sudden, I go black. Everything turns black. I'm still in the dream. I still hear the waves passing me, the streams, the water, but everything's black. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that symbolizes. I don't know if that means that the water got me. I was underwater. I don't know. But all I know is when I tell myself to wake up, this is a dream, everything turned black. I could still hear everything. I couldn't see nothing. I was just pitch black, trying to wake up, but I couldn't. And then all of a sudden, the trumpet sound. The trumpet sound. Anyone who doesn't know that, when Jesus returns, he's gonna sound the last trumpet. That's a sign when he's coming. He's gonna sound the trumpets. And I heard those trumpets. And the freaky part is, this is why in the beginning of the video I told you to, like, kind of visualize you're in this dream. Because I went from the dream knowing that it was fake to when I heard the trumpets, everything automatically turned real. Now just imagine you're in a dream, you know it's fake, but in an instant you hear a trumpet or you hear a sound and everything, you have to double check yourself, like, this is real. Meaning I was in this dream knowing that this was fake, but when I heard those trumpets sound, automatically I knew that was Jesus. And it was so real, I thought the rapture or whatever was happening in real life. And I'm telling myself, wake up, wake up. Like, am I missing it? Like, is this going on right now? Like, that's how real it was. And that's how really trippy it is to go from a dream that you know is fake, but to hear the trumpet sound and know that that's Jesus, and to actually believe that it's actually going on in the real world. And when I say I know it's from Jesus, I don't mean like I think or I'm pretty sure. I know it like the sun's going to come up in the morning, like the dark's going to come at nighttime, like there's stars in the sky. I know it like if you tie cement blocks to your feet and jump in the ocean, you're going to drown. Like, I know it's from Jesus. You just got that in your spirit. You just got that feeling like this is the trumpet sounding. So that was my second dream. I woke up crying to my mom. I was like, did you hear the trumpets? The trumpet sounded. Like, she's like, no, I didn't hear the trumpets. And I started to break down crying. Like, the Lord gave me another dream. So the point of this video, of these two dreams, is this. 10 years ago, or 11 years ago, whenever it was, Jesus told me he's coming soon. 10 years later, 11 years later, the trumpets are sounding. He's letting me hear the trumpets. Now, in my own interpretation, in my own beliefs, I believe that he's telling me that he's coming now. Maybe not now, like literally this minute, 14 minutes and 32 seconds now, but he's coming any minute now. I can't even say that he's coming soon anymore, because soon was 10 years ago. That's what I got from these dreams. He gave me a dream 10 years ago, that he's coming soon. 10, 11 years later, he's giving me a dream of the trumpet sounding. That tells me that he's coming any minute now. It can't be soon. He's coming sooner than soon, guys.